I'm William Grantham with IchimokuWeather.com, and we're taking a look at this Vanguard Growth ETF and its Kumo Breakout. A Kumo breakout is when price comes up out of the cloud, and we had our first Kumo breakout here a few days ago, but then the next day it traded inside the cloud. The day after that, it did break out above, and then today is the first day that we do have a full-bodied candle outside the cloud. Some traders do use this as a buy signal. Let's see what's going on. We did have quite a bit of traffic right here, and you notice that when price action came down and tested the top of the cloud held as support for just a little bit, but then it came up and it found tons of resistance at where the red line and the blue line were at, the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. Price action could not get above that. Now notice that's what's happening right now today. Price action came up, crossed above that area where the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen were at, but was not able to close above it, at least at this time during the trading period. The Kijun-sen is now down below, helping to provide support along with the top of the cloud, and the Tenkan-sen is all the way down at the bottom of the cloud, and hopefully we're not going to come down far enough to see support being offered there. Sometimes in the market, we do have a push and pull between growth and value. This is the growth. We're going to take a look, and we notice that it started back here in November, popped up above the cloud, and then rode all the way up on top of the Tenkan-sen, the Kijun-sen channel for quite a while before coming down and getting into trouble as we saw a little bit earlier. Taking a look at our value, we can see that value did the same. It popped up out of the cloud back here in November, and it rode up too, and it right now is putting in a topping pattern still above the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, and the channel is still open, crossed right here, creating a bullish channel, came up, and it is still open in a bearish channel, even though it's tweezering down. So here is value, and here is growth. What's going on? A little bit of push me, pull me. So let's see growth and value as a ratio on the same chart. This right here is our ratio between growth and value. Growth is first, and then value is second within our calculation. So that means that if it is going down, that means the second one, value, is doing better. If it's going up, then that means the first one, growth, is doing better. So right now on a daily chart, we are underneath the cloud, and that means that value is outperforming growth at this time. Let's reverse them and see what it looks like the other way around. If we put in VTV and to the ratio of VUG, we can see that again here, value is outperforming growth on the daily chart. However, it has come down, and in the ratio, it has crossed underneath the blue Tenkan-sen, the win line, and it is now challenging this channel and could come down to the red line. Now this is on a daily chart. We can go down and look at lower time frames, and you do have to be a subscriber to stockcharts.com to be able to see these lower time frames, but you might be able to see them in your trading program. So let's go down and take a look at a 4-hour on the ratio, and we can see here is where we have value that has come up, and then on the 4-hour chart has now crossed underneath and down, with growth getting a little bit of prominence. As value comes down, that means growth is going up. And right now, the ratio between value divided by growth shows that it is underneath the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. When you're learning ratios, it's always good to see them the other way. So let's flip them around. Let's put VUG versus VTV. And there we go. And now we can see what it looks like the opposite with growth first versus value. So as it's going down, that means that value, the second one, is doing better. Now as it's going up right here, that's showing that growth is starting to come back and beat value just a little bit in the push and pull between value and growth. Dropping down to a 1-hour chart, we can see this exaggerated even more. And we can see here on the 1-hour chart, I've changed the time frame down to 1 month, and we can see that growth has come along and popped up, outpacing value. But over the last few trading hours, it has come down a little bit, and we do have value that is doing a little bit better than growth. Let's flip this around again. Here we are on the 1-hour chart, and let's do VTV, VUG, semicolon, V2V, semicolon, VUG. Here on the 1-hour chart, this little uptrend right here is showing that value is outperforming growth. But then on the last 1 hour with lots of volume, we can see that growth has regained a little bit of prominence as it is now trading below the blue Tenkan-sen here on the 1-hour ratio between value and growth. Here we are back on a daily chart, and we do have the value over the growth. So that means that when it is going up, value is in control, and when it is going down, growth is in control. This shows that over the last few weeks, at the end of February, it looks like value started coming up, which meant growth was going down. And then as it's going down, it's showing that growth is starting to fight back a little bit. Could this be a turnaround in growth or technology stocks? So we started off by looking at growth and seeing the Kumo breakout that growth had. Is now a good time to get into growth? Is it starting to battle back against value, or is this just a short reprieve for value and we're going to see more uptrend in value versus growth? Only time will tell. If the economic sensitive stocks start having a harder time, growth is going to go down and value will be going up. If they continue to raise interest rates, then that will also be more fuel for value coming up and growth going down. But if interest rates stay the same or go down, growth could see a continued climb and value could be seeing some trouble. I'm William Grantham with Ichimoku Weather.com.